Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at, basically we're going to be taking a look at the Goku and Frieza event and discuss a little bit about it, and also of course a little bit about team build. Now this is a super hard event. Basically it is a tremendously difficult event, up there with some of the hardest stages. However, as always with global, feels like we're getting this at a time where basically the curve has made it so it's a lot more accessible for players to be able to defeat. So how it works is pretty simple. There are 4 phases to this fight. You have the Strength, Golden Frieza Angel, and Ultimate Gohan phase. In this phase, they will super for 1.1 million. Their attack is about 400,000, but they will gain steadily attack and defense with each turn that passes. They will also deal 100,000 damage to you set every single turn. You cannot be KO'd by this, and they disable stunning, sealing, and attack reduction. The goal here obviously is to defeat them as quickly as possible, but beyond that they're not anything too crazy. I would say they're a pretty standard warm-up phase that players can use to slowly build up their team a little bit and just kind of set things into place. They're tough, but they're not anything crazy. From Golden Angel Frieza and Ultimate Gohan, we move into Android 17. Android 17 fires a 1.7 million super attack, super, does 600k attack damage, and then is also immune to stunning and sealing, as well as attack and defense reduction. He will occasionally lock your character switching. His attack and defense go up by 10% all the way up to 50% with each turn that passes, and he's quite a bit significantly more tanky than the Golden Frieza and Ultimate Gohan. So basically in this scenario, you're going to have to watch out, build up a little bit more against him because he's not as hard as the phases to come, but you are going to have to essentially be prepared for the potential damage that he can do. He does scale up quite quickly. Then after Android 17 we get Golden Frieza and Android 17. This unit is a very big step up. So the jump between Android 17 and Golden Frieza Angel and Android 17 is an incredibly significant jump that I think a lot of players are going to have to really try to contend with from a strategic point of view. Golden Frieza Angel and Android 17 do a 2.8 million super. They also gain 10% attack and defense each turn, up to 100%. But the big mechanic that they have is disabling evasion, and their attacks are guaranteed to hit. This is a huge problem for any evasion-based team if you do not have nullification of evasion, which is a feature that's currently only available at the time of this video to the Tech MUI Goku. So if you want to run an evasion-heavy lineup, you're going to have to bring that Goku along because it's the only way to get through this phase. They hit hard, they are quite tanky, 100 million health, and mainly it's the big increase in damage that they do that can cause you problems. They also change key seals from time to time, and they are of course immune to stunning, sealing, attack lowering, and defense lowering. So Golden Frieza is pretty tough, but that is not all. We now jump to Goku and Frieza Final Form Angel. This unit has the same amount of health and hits a little bit harder than Golden Frieza Angel and Android 17, but there is some significant differences. Firstly, they have 2 million defense comparative to Golden Frieza and Android 17's 500,000, and on top of that, they have a special effect that when below 50% health, they will double their attack. This is significant because what it means is that when they are below 50% health, they are going to hit you for 5.7 million, which last time I checked is pretty hard. In fact, I think it is still at this point in time the hardest hitting attack in the game. So this makes it pretty difficult to contend with. Your only real options here are to outrun and gun them. Now this isn't too hard considering the fact that they only have 100 million health, and when below 50% health, their defense halves at the same time that their attack goes up. So you can, in theory, kind of push them to, I guess, being eliminated incredibly quickly. So it's not impossible. What I will say is it's very challenging, and it's more suitable to a run and gun approach. What I would suggest when building your team is to have a team that either scales upwards dramatically, like the uncontrollable power team that I'm using, where the units basically ascend to a point where they are either A, unkillable, or B, kill the enemy very quickly. Or I would bring with yourself some revives. The USS team is great for this because you have revive mechanics. You can also bring the Tech Goku to help you get through the physical Frieza and 17 phase. The teams that might struggle with this are, for example, Majin Buu. Majin Buu power does not have the requisite damage, really, to take on this event, and although it does have a lot of healing, the damage output is just too high, even for its units with 70% damage reduction. Majin Buu Saga could, in theory, do this, depending on how lucky you get with the damage output from some of the units, and which of the LRs you have, although, again, it does struggle a little bit with the Golden Frieza phase due to the evasion mechanic. In fact, the evasion nullification mechanic makes this quite a difficult stage for a lot of high quality teams, as a lot of the high energy teams, like the high effort teams, the high strong power output build teams, tend to struggle a little bit with this event, as a lot of them rely on evasion as a key damage mitigation mechanic. So it's pretty tough to get through that second to last phase, as like I said, they don't hit for a small amount. They are a very tough boss to get through. So even just getting to the Goku and Frieza phase isn't, the easiest task. Of course, ultimately at the end of the day, you should be more than fine, provided you have one of the top teams in the game, movie bosses, uncontrollable power, USS, etc. So you shouldn't really find it too difficult due to the curve of global. I would say in general, unless you're running Tech MUI Goku, avoid evasion heavy centric teams, and rather focus on just having teams that function with high volume damage, saving your active skills and revives for the Goku Frieza phase, and of course any items you see fit to use. But that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.